Hello and welcome to the second half of this Wednesday night stream in the RLPC Major League. Tonight, we're going to have two matchups for you. We're going to start off with the Ducks and the Spartans, another best of five regular season matchup. And then, as that concludes, we will pick up with the Cobras and Pirates. I am Ty. I am joined with our play by play guy, Tabs, who is also manning the streaming and the overlays and all of that fun stuff. So, how you doing, Tabs?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Same as I am every night.
Well, good. We're going to have a couple quality games. Ducks coming in here 6-2, leading their division. Spartans 5-3, number 2 in their division. Two teams who recently just dropped tough series, looking to turn things around as we get into the second half of the season. Like I said, match day number 9 of 18 games. We're running a little behind schedule, so as soon as we are all ready and we've got everyone going, we're going to start this match.
Yep, I remembered I turned everything down when I'm doing my own games. But we're going to say everyone is good to join. And get underway. We are. Had to tab back in. Alrighty. Roasty Toasty getting a little mixed up there. Cyan with a boomer down clear. Meets Bob, who was looking for Renro, but Renro had to turn back, probably for lack of boost. Bob looking for the tip in the middle. Cyan is there to cut it off, but Deck does get the demo. Renro looking...
I love it.
Go for it.
No, just early and aggressive from both teams. Good to see.
Yeah, if the whole series is played out like this, no prisoners will be had. This is one of the two most formidable teams out there right now for the Major League with the most impressive records. So this should be a great night.
Absolutely. Anytime you get two teams with winning records, it's going to be a fun thing to watch.
All right. Bob tipping it off, looking for the second touch. Cyan reads him well. Gets a nice boomer back towards Deck, who is maybe looking to take a dribble there, but Cyan pressures on. Mig, soft roll towards the center. Renro pitches it down. Deck, or beats out one. Roasty Toasty taking it up, maybe thinking about off the ceiling. Tries to get it past Deck, but the dunk is real. Cyan with a soft touch off to the side. Bob's going to swoop that up. Fortunate bump, an intentional bump from the Ducks in defense. That was great. Ooh, great pass from Cyan to Mig.
Good infield pass. I like the idea is trying to break down this defense that seems to be well behind the ball. Both teams not quite committing their third guy yet, but they're trying out some neat passing plays.
Absolutely. Roasty Toasty, I like how he angles the car there too to make sure his all four wheels land. Recovery speed of the Ducks has been magnificent.
It is wheelie impressive, that is for sure, Tabs.
That didn't sit right. Cyan, speaking of not sitting right, Bob pitching that over to Cyan into the defensive corner. Cyan looking downfield for Mig. Renro up early to cut that off. Bob looking a little bit whiffy here right now. A little concerning early on.
He's just getting his wheels under him, maybe stream jitters, but probably just getting a little warmed up. It's a long series.
That's true. And you're definitely going to be warm after this first game of brutal play style that the Spartans have.
Yes, absolutely. Going to get a lot of chances for a lot of touches. Spartans, they're a team. They really rely a lot on these individual plays. They do not assist that many goals. They're last in assists, so they got a lot of good technical players, and they're still winning a lot of games. So I look for a lot of fun individual technical plays. Bob gets a few more touches, and he's going to be a big impact maker.
Absolutely. I was just going to point out Bob and Deck have been some of the standout players this season in the Major League, and they are always going for something crazy when they're on the field.
Exactly, and that's the fun part about this league is that everybody is a threat in pretty much every position on the field, and hoping to see some solid, interesting plays that you might not see otherwise. for those who may not know, the major league in RLPC is 1655 and up, I believe, MMR. So these are going to be your mid to high GCs, quality players all around. So I expect some good stuff once these teams start opening up each other's defense.
Yeah, I was just going to say the amount of pressure that each team has been able to play onto the ball and onto the defense has been amazing. And neither defense is broken, but also neither offense has really taken off yet.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, they are two teams with solid defenses. The Ducks come into this game first in goals against per game, 1.28 goals per 5 minutes of Rocket League played. That is an incredibly solid defense. And so, we're going to see a good technical struggle here. A lot of good defensive plays, solid rotations. If you like that style of Rocket League, then you're going to like this series, I would imagine.
All right. Well, looking back down to the field, we had Bob popping it over to deck, trying to make another passing play happen, as is their specialty. Roasty Toasty getting up really quick to take over that play. Mig off the corner, looking for Cyan. Bob cuts him off early. 20 seconds left to go, and we are still scoreless, which is an amazing thing to say for a Ducks or Spartans game. But we'd expect almost nothing less coming here. Bob looking for the pirouette, try and get down there. Renro, soft touch, tries to keep control, but isn't able to get there, and Cyan nails the first goal. 4 seconds to go.
Yeah, it took 5 minutes for a quality chance to happen, but Cyan reads the ball off the wall. Deck caught in the back of his own net, not able to scramble in front. And hey, full credit to Cyan. He sees the opportunity, he takes it, gets his 10th goal of the season.
Yeah, Renro just not quite getting his car rotated around, but Bob is there. This could be an opportunity. Deck scores it! We have overtime at 0 seconds.
Well, hey, it just took 5 minutes for the offenses to open up, but the Ducks maybe falling asleep just a little bit, not able to kill the ball off, and no quitting the Spartans, going to an overtime early.
Absolutely, and it's that dedication and that ambition that I think is that does put Spartans over the Ducks, in my opinion, in this matchup.
For sure. I mean, certainly in that last play, not that the Ducks necessarily shut off completely, but it didn't look like they had their full energy in trying to kill that ball off, not quite respecting the 1-goal lead.
Exactly. Cyan had the opportunity, and he had tipped it against the sidewall instead of maybe playing that into the ground. And you have to think that might have been, if they lose this game, that could be the reason why Deck almost nailing that flip reset. Renro getting beat out by Mig is able to retake control. Deck looking for the air dribble, does get stopped at the goal line. Roasty off the corner looking for the second touch. Bob able to read it well. Oh, and that is a team bump on the side of the Ducks. That is going to open up an opportunity. Renro tries to get it back to Deck. Roasty reads it really well. Roasty having to back off here. He didn't have a lot of boost. Bob, almost a full tank, is going to have an opportunity to make something happen. Does get it into the sidewall, or into the back wall. Renro looking for his shot. Deck up early. Cyan does stop it. Bob looking to maybe bounce that off the floor. Renro high into the corner. Spartans looking for a bump play. Bob having to back out now. Meg all the way down, finds Bob. 0 boost, just looking for a teammate and some time. Ducks not looking to let that happen, but Decky's going to step in here. He plays the high to the back wall. Cyan avoids the bump and gets it down.
Yeah, not a bad idea from the Spartans, just no one there to finish the play. Kind of a familiar refrain here in Game 1. Both teams, good build-up, not quite enough of a risk-taking mentality to actually put one away.
Oh, and there it is. Deck abandoning. Oh, that pre-jump. Almost a flip reset off the floor. Fakes the bump. And it's enough to get the Ducks out of there.
No, the Spartans. Spartans take game number 1. After all that, I don't know, the Spartans had a little bit more hustle. They pushed it to an overtime and were able to get the win.
Yeah, I have to say, the Ducks, the turnaround point for that was when they let overtime happen by not killing that ball. I have to bring it back to that moment.
Oh, 100%. It's just a momentary lapse in focus in what was otherwise a really solid game one for the Ducks. I can pretty much guarantee you that is not a mistake they will make again. They will make sure the ball's on the ground with a 1-goal lead. But that could be costly, RLPC, especially the Major League, not a lot separating these teams. It's a fight season long to get into the playoffs, and you sure hope that doesn't bite them here and later down the line.
All right, well, game number 2 is underway. Spartans taking game number 1. Ducks almost with an early opportunity there. Deck tries to cut it off. Cyan forces the early play, but Deck is there. Mig not quite up close enough, and Spartans on the opposite side of the spectrum getting the first goal almost within 4 seconds.
Yeah, and we saw Deck try something like that in front of the Ducks goal late in game 1. This time he's able to beat a defender, catch the other one out of position. The finish was the easy part, and now the Spartans, early lead, all the momentum, which is kind of crazy considering the 4-second goal that the Ducks scored at the end of game 1.
For sure. Ooh, Roasty Toasty with the Spider-Man save. Deck swinging it back around, gets a little bit of a side flip. Bob picks up the 100 boost. He has an opportunity. Deck calls him off of it. Cyan looking in field. Bob cutting that off early. Mig stepping in to take a pot shot. Renro looking for the pass. Bob is going to be able to get to it because Roasty Toasty had flown right by the ball, and that leaves Deck an open net to shoot at.
Yeah, Deck gets his brace, his second goal of the game. Bob, nice placement. Not trying to hit it too hard to get to the middle and his teammate. Nice layoff. Deck finishes. It's all Spartans so far.
There we go. I had something broke on my right-hand monitor, which would have not been great for anybody.
I can see that being a problem.
All right. Well, back to the game. Mig missing on the wall clear a little bit, on the power at least. That was a great touch by Bob, but Deck went for the bump instead of the ball, and Renro just has to put that towards the corner. Cyan.
Yeah, I love what the Spartans are doing, though. Nice, cool-looking team plays.
They are. They're keeping the head level, and it's what got them the overtime win, or it's what got them to overtime, and I think it's going to win them this series. With the commanding lead, Deck plays it into the back wall. Mig is there. Bob looking to maintain pressure. He does get it past one. Reads off the ceiling, looking for Renro. Roasty Toasty, able to intercept. Mig with a bit of a backflip. Could have been intentional reposition. We'll never know. Bob playing off the wall.
Give him the credit.
Yeah, why not? Shadow of the doubt. Renro.
Bob, dangerous over there.
Looking for Deck, and putting Deck in the 1v1 is always bad news for the Ducks.
Yeah, well, he's burned them a couple times, and you saw the Ducks crashed immediately as soon as Deck was patient under a floating ball. It was they're starting to adjust a little bit, expecting that good technical play.
They are, and that was a bit of a bumper car scenario in the corner. Renro gets put into his own corner of his goalpost, and he's not able to make it back. Bob dropping himself the what a save.
Self-toxicity is very real for the Spartans, ribbing his teammates a little bit, but Ducks get on the board, and now we've got the same scoreline as game 1, but this time it only took us 2.5 minutes rather than, what was it, like 8?
Yeah. Oh, Deck does make it happen. Gets the assist, but Renro there to dump the Ducks player out of his mind.
Nice job by Renro, not giving up on the play. He sees his teammates have a shot, but he doesn't just wait and see it. He reads what Mig is doing. Nice job.
Yeah, Spartans 2 minutes 23 left, and they get their 2-goal lead back. Bob making life difficult for the offense of the Ducks. Spartans, Bob and Deck going for the team plays.
The team air dribble is a strategy that has not been fully realized yet, and I'm glad to see them try.
Oh yeah, spearheading the meta. Deck off the sidewall, looking at infield. Renro not able to make contact and play it. Roasty Toasty just kind of giving that ball away. Deck was waiting patiently over there. Mig looking...
Good intercept by Cyan.
Ooh, Cyan and Roasty Toasty getting a little mixed up on their positioning. Cyan popping it over. Mig not able to turn. Roasty going forward again. 0 boost, though. He's going to have to back off. Mig takes a shot hard to the bottom right, or bottom left. Renro, go for it.
Oh, no, you're good. I was just going to say not quite enough speed, but nice to see some type of offensive pressure from the Ducks.
Yeah, that was their best look that they've had at the net almost the entire time. Or for the last minute and 11, sorry.
That's fair.
Renro pitching it straight into Mig. Bob, 0 boost. Gonna have to pre-jump for that. Cyan not able to make it there in time for that opportunity. Ducks, every second that goes by is another nail in the coffin of game number 2. Mig able to pick up the 100 on the corner, but he misses his touch in field. Cyan gonna have to make something of this with 0 boost. He's leading the charge. Doesn't matter.
Did his best.
Renro, that's the second time or third time I've seen him pre-jump off the sidewall there. Cyan in the corner, pitches it middle. Deck able to get a touch. Renro had jumped forward too. Bob's gonna have to bail them out. Bob not able to get that second touch. Cyan bounces it for Roasty. Roasty had an opportunity. Renro, the iron wall of the Spartans. Bob gets the fake. Oh, and that seals.
The presence of mind, the nail in the coffin in game 2, Bob. Oh, no.
Well, you know...
That's just a nice poise. I'll say that from Bob. That's a good play.
Yeah. You, I mean, you said it right. The Spartans, they are a solo team-oriented group. And as a Ducks defender, you're alone. You just have to assume they're pulling some rabbit out of some hat. And
they're just pouring on.
Yeah, Deck almost getting that back, but instead it goes off the ceiling and somehow doesn't get a touch there.
Bob is making sure his goal stays his. Nice finish to keep his teammate out of the net.
Insane.
And, well, the series isn't over, and I would like to see the Ducks be a little bit more proactive. I mean, they still have Game 3 at least to show that they are equal to the Spartans, and maybe they'll pick it up, but it's hard to see them right now with the way that they're playing.
They do. I think they just need to tighten up a little bit, and they need to improve their consistency a little bit. There's quite a few whiffs, and I wasn't sure if they just weren't used to playing with this lineup. I know they are missing Andy, so that is a huge hit to the team. Not to say that you know, Roasty or Mig can't step up, or Cyan for that matter. But he was an integral part of that team.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, well, game number 2 in the books for the Spartans. Moving on to game number 3. This is do or die for the Ducks.
It is do or die, and as is tradition, after 2 games, the server did go down for maintenance.
Oh, it did? Well,
yes.
That is... I didn't even get a notification for it. Excellent. And Stream knows what that means. It's AFK time.
And yeah, we'll join back soon, but triple match point for the Spartans. They've got all the momentum in the world. You know, the Ducks had it there. End of game 1 for about 5 seconds after they scored their first goal. But since then, it's been all Spartans. They've been all over the field. Not only have they been able to have a lot of quality chances on offense, they've kept them off the board on defense. It's a pretty dominating effort so far.
All right, just got to slide into the DMs of these players.
Nice.
And there we go. All right, as we're waiting for these players to join and we can get underway, maybe we can talk a little bit about the upcoming match. After this one, we do have the Cobras versus
Pirates. Yes, Cobras and Pirates. Looking forward to that one as well. 2 teams that are hovering around the 500 mark. 2 teams that are going to be fighting for one of those last playoff spots in their respective conferences. And and two teams that have the potential to be serious contenders, but they have to start getting some wins here because the postseason is not guaranteed, even for a team like the Pirates, who made such a deep run into the playoffs last season.
Yes, they did. I think, if I remember right, it was more of an unexpected one. You got in the lobby, right, Ty?
I am here. I think we're all here, actually.
Yep. I just saw the last team join, and I wanted to make sure. All right,
cool.
Coming back.
I appreciate it. 6 players, you and me. Let's get going on game 3.
What a couplet.
Oh, I wasn't even trying. I was just...
All right. Bob playing it a little over Cyan, but Cyan patiently on the back while able to clear that out. Deck waiting on the sideline. He does end up in a completely different car. I think all the Spartans are in different cars. This is insane.
The fashion choice.
Fashion points, coordinated effort. I mean, they're basically synchronized swimmers at this point.
Yeah, I don't like the Ducks look at all. They've got the stock tains going, 2 of the 3 of them, and you know, I just give a lot of credit to the Spartans. You've got the Scarab, you've got those other ugly ones.
Bob, with the mind games.
In the Scarab, that's just insult to injury.
Oh my god. All right, I like it. The white zombies make everything.
Yes. A disjointed effort so far early, but again, just a lot of nice individual dribbles from the Spartans.
Well, they also have the advantage because with Bob in the Scarab, the Ducks might confuse him for the ball.
Well, and they got confused there. Bob, early goal. Well, you know, the Scarab's a ball itself, and so if Bob doesn't know where it's going, the Ducks aren't going to know where it's going, and he scores early.
He certainly does. Spartans 1 up, trying to get this matchup in 3, and what a statement that would make for this league and this division.
Absolutely, because the Spartans are a team. They're good, but they have not been dominating their schedule. They're still 5-3, which is a solid record, but nothing dominant. To come out and potentially get a 3-0 sweep on another winning team, a division leader in the Ducks, would be very impressive.
All right, well, Ducks looking at getting their first goal here as it sneaks on towards the Spartans' net. Deck 0 boost. I bet he would be loving to go for that, but the Ducks just aren't challenging that in time. They had so much time for that.
Yeah, they're giving the Spartans, you're right, Tabs, just a little bit too much space to work, and we've seen enough space and enough boost. The Spartans are gonna make plays.
Yep, and that soft pinch, Renro into the corner of the Ducks. Trying to get a cheeky dunk, and he does. Deck on the sideline. Pitches it off into the corner. Bob pre-jumping. Renro gets it past 1. Demoed, though, is going to send him all the way back to go without collecting money. And that is the same story with Bob. And Mig getting tripped up on the corner. Renro has the shot, and he is able to get it past. The Spartans are looking to destroy these Ducks.
It looks like it, and they're doing it in style. The ugly car and the nice play. Deck to Renro doubles their lead halfway through this game number 3.
I didn't even notice the black halo and rose on, I believe it was Deck. That is such a sick combo.
Yes. Well, you know what? Ducks aren't out of it yet. They still have 2 minutes, a little over 2 minutes to get 2 goals. The problem is that they aren't even getting chances right now. The Spartans are just unwilling to let them have any type of sustained pressure.
Absolutely. And speaking of sustained pressure, the Ducks have 1 air dribble, and then it is all the way back in their half. Deck looking to make something special, reading off the corner. Renro pitching it into the ceiling, looking for a doomsday dish off the corner. Deck waiting on the side. Cyan again with 0 boost. Does avoid the bump from Bob. Does dunk it past 2. 12 boost, though. He's barely going to have a chance to get it centered, but he does. And
good pass.
It was a fantastic pass, but Mig and Roasty both going for it. That is a terrible mix-up that the Ducks cannot be affording right now.
Now, they're only going to get so many chances, and with a minute and a half left, their time is numbered for sure.
One minute 16 remaining. Spartans 2 up as Deck, sorry, puts a third one past, and the Ducks are powerless. I mean, what do they need to do in order to get past these Spartans? It just looks like a mismatch of some sort.
It's a mismatch of a big sort is what I would say for sure. I mean, it's 3-0, but I mean, watching this series, do you really think the Ducks have any chance right now? They maybe just start committing all three guys to everything. Just go for it. Go for the craziest things you can think of. Get some semblance of momentum back. See if you can bring this series into a respectable area, because right now this is a wipeout. This is a blowout. It's a slaughter.
Yeah, this has to be the most devastating loss for the Ducks all season. I don't think,
for sure.
I don't remember a time them getting stomped like this.
They've only had 2 losses before. They were their most recent 2 games. They lost 1-3 to the Lumberjacks, and then before that 1-3 to the Panthers. But those scorelines at least indicate to me that it was competitive.
Yeah.
And this has been far from that, really. It's just been a comprehensive win for the Spartans, and they're going to close it out with some type of nice individual play here, I would bet.
I would hope so, or maybe another double air dribble from Deck and Bob, maybe.
That'd be nice, but looks like we're going to finish up here 3-0 and 3-0 in game number 3.
Well, it appears the Ducks showed up with broken wings, and the Spartans appeared with sharpened spears.
Nice. Yep, that's it. That
is all she wrote. GG's to everyone. And
get a nice
I just
look at those cars.